Hello and welcome to the Adam and Dedra Show. Got another great one. We're still in San Diego and we're traveling up the I-15 today. I don't know which number that was.
An I something.
But went to some great places. But first,
we must cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers to another great show. Great and fun show.
Yeah, and we're drinking a beer from Timber Ales. And this is the most basic label I think I've ever seen. And I think it's part of the appeal. It's called Blended with Lumber Number 7. It's a barrel blended imperial stout, conditioned on coffee and vanilla. Sorry, it's kind of like a cursives. I haven't read. Oh man, I haven't read coffee in a while, huh?
I haven't either.
Scratch everything. I'm starting over. I promise. That was my first sip.
Broken promise.
But we bought this because of the label on it. It was so basic. Barrel-aged stout in some random can with almost no label. Just white.
Silver can.
Yeah, Timber Ales, which I think that's the name of the brewery, but it's kind of like, is it really? It was interesting, so I had to try it because actually you bought it for me.
Yes, and it's actually, and you know what? This one's actually not that bad. When I take a drink of it, I don't get the coffee. Maybe it's the substitute flavor, but it tastes like mocha to me.
Yeah.
And just like instead of that chocolate, that fudge, it's like a mocha.
I kind of get a little bit of the coffee inside there. It's kind of like, it's kind of hidden behind like that chocolatey flavor, which I don't even think this is chocolate. It's just coffee and vanilla, but it does have like that rich chocolate flavor to it.
You know what? I actually like it because it's not overly sweet and I'm not taking a sip and I'm just like, I don't feel like my mouth is coated in sugar and I don't feel like my lips are getting sticky. So it's actually really not that bad. I like this one.
Yeah, I like it too. It's really good. I mean, that's not saying much. I mean, how many beers do I have there? I'm like, eh.
You like every stout, though.
Not every stout. There's been some that I haven't, but I appreciate good beer.
True. I'm really getting into stouts. I'm not going to go out of my way and order a stout, but I'm not looking at the stouts anymore like, I'm okay, I'll pass.
I'll do that. But we got a really fun episode for everybody today. We did a fun trip, started in San Diego, and we took a little trip. We got suggested to go to a sandwich spot in Little Italy. So as we were driving up and down the streets trying to find some random parking on a Sunday, which was, I felt like impossible almost, we ran into...
It's like, I don't think it should have been that hard. But I think because we were out like late breakfast brunch on a Sunday, maybe that's why we had a little bit of an issue with parking.
Yeah.
But it was also San Diego area too.
Yeah.
So
it could be the 40 million people in
in that square mile.
Yeah, but we ran into Ballast Point, and that's been there for a while. We just, for some reason, have never gone to that one. We've been to the one in Miramar and some of their satellite locations, but unexpectedly just ran into it. We don't do like the Little Italy area very much. We stayed there once or maybe twice. I don't remember. Saw their farmers market. If you've never been, it's pretty fun during the weekend. I think it's Saturdays they do that, don't they? That full farmers market down the street.
Yeah.
So really cool.
I don't know. I don't really go to California for their farmers markets.
Very true. But we ran into it one day. And so we found Ballast Point, and this is like first thing in the morning. We left the hotel room. We're like, okay, we need to get like breakfast or we need to get coffee. We need to do something. And
to get our day going.
Yeah. So we went to a brewery.
Well, we're driving around. Like you said, we're driving around trying to find parking. And I ended up turning down this one street and I was like, oh, there's some parking right there. And I look up and I was like, oh, it was like just the light dawned on this place. And I was like, oh my God, it's Ballast Point. And I was like, that coffee can wait. So parked. And then I was like, oh crap, because it was just so like I saw that the parking spot still last second. I was like, so I took a hard right into that parking spot, nailed it, and then got out. And I was like, nope, I did not nail my park job.
Oh,
I
yeah.
parked. I was like, dude, I just like parked like a total asshole.
I'm like, do you want me to fix that for you?
Yeah, and I was about to say, you didn't have to say all that, but you could have just been like, well, I was going to say, oh, and you're so nice and gentlemanish like, or gentleman like, and you got out and fixed my parking spot for me, my park job.
And of course, other people are trying to park right when I try to straighten it, so that was kind of dumb. But out
wow.
of all that driving around, and the parking just happened to be in front of a brewery, so that was pretty cool.
I mean, if that's not,
It's a sign.
yeah, like it's a sign. It's a sign from the Lord.
You shall have beer.
Yeah,
I think it's one of the commandments.
I think it's like the 19th or the 20th.
Yeah, something like that. I was gonna say like the first, but whatever.
Actually, the first one right here says that thou shall have a beer. You're right. Damn it.
But that was good. So we went in there, and I feel like Ballast Point is almost nostalgic. We've had their beer for many, many, many years. Their Sculpin IPA series, their
Classic.
yeah. I mean, it just tastes like San Diego, I feel like. And I went in there. I saw their Watermelon Dorado Double IPA. That's like a good 10%. I got it for the first time at the San Diego Festival of Beer when we used to go there probably 10 years ago. And I think that was the first time I had that particular one. And I remember going to Gaslamp later, probably not that same day, but maybe the next day. And I saw it on tap over there. And I'm like, oh, okay, I just had this at the beer festival. Give me that one. And I think I've only had like a couple beers that had like the IPAs that had watermelon flavor to it. And that one is one of my favorites. The other one's from that brewery, I think.
You're right, because before I ordered mine, I saw what you were getting, and I was like, watermelon. For some reason, I couldn't place it. And I already had my beer picked out. And I can't remember specifically what it was anymore, but you were like, hey, they've got micheladas here. And I'm like, oh, shoot. Well, you know what? Sold. I think I'm going to have myself a michelada. And it was good. It was really good. And, Ballast Point has those tall glasses that look like the shake or like a smoothie glass. It has like a little mini stem on it. So it came out and it was beautiful. It was perfect. It was everything that I was hoping a michelada would be on a Sunday morning. I was like, we probably still have alcohol in our system a little bit from the night before. And then we're starting off at 11:15, probably with some more beer unintentionally. We did set up for trying to find some coffee and some breakfast.
And we still have like 100 miles to go too.
So we had good intentions on starting out, our morning with like the normal person coffee. But I mean, the parking spot took us to where it took us. So we ordered our drinks, and then I ended up ordering just a small appetizer of just chips and guacamole. And that was perfect. Chips and guacamole with the michelada on a Sunday morning. That hit the spot. Like,
here's our breakfast.
Yeah, it hit a spot that I didn't even know existed. And I'm like, oh, this is great.
You said that you didn't know you had a beer already picked out and you don't remember what it was. Can I venture a guess?
No, because you're going to say, oh, hazy. So knock it off.
I'm pretty sure everybody that's watching this is like, she probably picked out a hazy.
Hey.
But hey, we went to a brewery. We both had a beer and neither of them were hazies. I mean, mine was still an IPA, but...
that is true. Yeah. I did not order a hazy on this trip, so...
Yeah, you did. Just not that stop.
No, that's what I mean, at Ballast Point. So we had one encounter. So we had, in front of where we were sitting by the bar, just off to the side, they have like this huge section of all their merchandise, of all their hats and beanies, tons of shirts and jackets and bags and all of that stuff. Like they had a huge section, a plethora if you
Ooh.
will.
Would you say they had a plethora? What does a plethora mean?
Exactly.
If you say that somebody has a plethora, you got to know what a plethora means.
Hey, stop quoting my line. So we took our beers. We left the bar top, and we took our beers to go cruise around the merch. And then I don't know if you took yours. Did you take yours, or did you
No,
left
I
yours?
left mine because I'm like,
You
we're just going to
left
go
yours.
look at some hats.
So I have mine, walking around taking a look at everything. We come back, and your beer is gone. Thankfully.
Our water,
Yeah, they left everything but the chips and guacamole, which I'm super thankful for.
Yeah.
But we come back, and I was like, oh man, it's like my water's gone. And then you're like, oh, my beer's gone and my water's gone. I'm like, well, glad I took mine with me.
Hey, but you know what? They hooked it up. They went and poured me another one. The guy came around. He's like, oh, I thought you guys left. I'm like, we didn't even pay.
Oh, that is true. Like, well, I don't know why he didn't think about that.
I
Well,
don't
no,
know.
he didn't. He wasn't serving us anyways.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe that's why. But and I was starting to get a headache, and I probably just needed food, so my head was starting to hurt. So I went out to the car really quick to grab some ibuprofen. And as I was walking out, the guys were right there at the front door, either like replenishing the water, the cups, or whatever it is. And I was like, "Hey, I'm just going to. I'll be right back. Don't touch my Michelada." And I was like, "My car's right there. I've got my eye on you."
Yeah. But that was a really cool place. Like the bar was like a wraparound, so it even turned like a corner. Ballast Point has a lot of beers that they have on tap, so they had a whole bunch there. Your beer, the Michelada, actually had like a handle that said Michelada, even though it was just like one of their lagers, probably their Mexican lager that they have. But tons of taps. I mean, I could have spent a lot more time having beer, but I knew we had a long day ahead of us, and we haven't even ate breakfast yet.
Right. So not only was the inside a really good sized place, but it also led to the patio outside. And that would have been super cool. Although, I don't know, there was a lot of planes. There's like a airport or a landing strip right there.
Yeah,
so
San Diego Airport.
Oh, really? You don't say. But it just flew right over. So it was kind of scary because when you're not expecting it and you get like this plane that looks like you can reach up and touch the bottom of it, it's a little scary. Yeah. And then it's loud. So it's like you almost got to grab your beer and, just make sure it doesn't go rattling off the tabletop.
Oh, no.
Right. Get the guacamole. Get the water. Screw the water. Grab the beers.
But it had like a full restaurant inside there, which is cool. And then that side area where they had the merchandise, they had like a couch seating area. And then this big window where you can look at where they brew a bunch of the beers.
Oh, yeah.
And then they had an outside too, a patio section. So it was like, it was a pretty large suite, I guess, or a pretty large place for
Just
it to be in San Diego downtown.
Right. But I feel like almost all the Ballast Points are like that. I feel like almost all the locations are big that way.
Yeah, very true.
When you go outside, you go from having just like regular conversation, like, hey, this is the places I want to hit today. And then later, we should check this place out. Because like there's a plane, coming overhead. And then everybody just has like this blank stare, like, what
was that?
And then you're just like, we should go. And then plane's gone. And then like you're still yelling at everybody.
Hey, wasn't that on Wayne's World?
Oh, yeah, it was. That part when they're watching the planes land. That's right.
But I mean, we went to the downtown Disney one. That one's really cool, being upstairs right above downtown Disney. The Miramar one, man, I'm so disappointed. So that one we confirmed is closed, and that was probably one of their most beautiful facilities. Just huge. Was that their original? I'm not sure. It probably wasn't their original one, but that was like their main one. That one was huge, and it closed. So I'm pretty disappointed about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we went to Little Italy because somebody told us about a place out there called Mona Lisa, and it's like an Italian deli. And it was actually Joey from Original 40, so thanks for the suggestion. Yeah. And I went there, and it's like totally like just all the Italian, it's like a grocer pretty much. They have a restaurant on one side, and then the deli and grocery store on the other side. And that was really neat. I mean, there were people walking in there. There was a guy with 2 little kids, and he's speaking Italian to them and going picking up some groceries. And I'm like, dang, I'm like, is this like legit or what?
That was really cool to see and to hear, actually.
Yeah, that was really neat. And
I feel like you really, when you get around people that are just that comfortable and that's the place that they're going to get groceries and food, it really, I feel like you almost get a glimpse and a feel for the culture. And I love like the Italian culture. I think it's amazing, like the food and how hearty they eat and everything, the pasta that they make by hand and just how much love and time that they take in going, into making their food. And then just like how centered around family that they are and traditions and things like that. So in that aspect, I really love the Italian culture.
Yeah, for sure.
And the language.
And then they had the deli where they got like you pick all your meats to get sliced by the pound. There was sandwiches that you can order. So I mean, we're gonna get a sandwich. I love sandwiches, and they were like the sub style, like an Italian bread. And we got the Deluxe Sub, which came with mortadella, salami, and ham, and provolone, along with lettuce, tomato, onion, and all that stuff, and Italian dressing, mustard, mayonnaise, all, like pretty much the works.
Yeah,
and
a deluxe.
A deluxe, yeah, it was sandwich deluxe. I don't know what that is in Italian. Panino Supremo. I don't know. Primo Fantastico. I don't know what it was.
Sounds good to me. That's what I would go in and say.
Yeah. So great sandwich. We got it, and then we ended up sitting out on the patio, and I mean they're calling everybody's names, hey, as everybody's trying to pick up their deli selections and sandwiches and stuff. We sat outside, and it was by that time maybe 12:30
ish, yeah.
And we're sitting outside, and even with the sun, and we had a little bit of shade, but it was comfortable. It was like 70 degrees out there, sitting there eating the sandwich. Now, I gotta say, it does not compare to the sandwich we had the night before, but it was a damn good sandwich. It was exactly what we needed. Nice, good roll. I mean, that was just so good. And just to be sitting out there in San Diego, and I just felt like everything was carefree at that moment while we were sitting there eating that sandwich.
Right.
So good.
We didn't have to get ready for work the next day.
Very true.
And we were in San Diego.
Oh, man, I had to work.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
That's all right. I was enjoying life like I didn't have to work the next day.
True.
Yeah.
So we ate our sandwich, wrapped it up, and then we took our next drive down into...
Well, first, we ended up getting our coffee. Yeah, so we left the Mona Lisa. We got our coffee. It was right across the street. It was called Prendi Vai.
It looked busy because when we were eating, I was just kind of watching, people watching, and I could see like this little corner coffee shop. It was getting a lot of foot traffic. So I was like, oh, perfect. We still need to get our coffee just to kind of really get us going. And I'm really glad that we walked across the street and checked that place out because...
Oh, man, we're going to have it again. So we just got a couple Americanos. I don't think they had drip coffee, or if they did, I think we just ordered the Americano anyway. No, they were out. So they just said, Americano? I was like, yeah, that's fine. It's almost the same thing. And we were passing through this line, and they had pizza slices right there that they could warm up right in the oven. They were like slicing meats to make their own sandwich. They had their own, look like handmade focaccia bread that they made sandwiches on. They had sub rolls. And I'm like, this is a coffee place?
Right?
I'm like,
oh my gosh.
I mean, I'm glad we went to
Mona Lisa.
Yes, that was a great experience. I loved it, and I wouldn't have taken that back, but I wanted to eat again.
Right. Yes. Because like as we're in line, it was just like a glass window wall that separated us from everything being so fresh and being assembled right there. And as we were waiting in line, it was just like, oh my God. Like,
how did we miss this?
Well, I mean, we already had a place picked out where we were going to eat.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad we stumbled across that place.
So we're going to have to check it out again.
I'm excited to go back too.
Yeah. Anybody that's been there, Prendi Vai, let us know. I'd love to hear your thoughts about it because, I mean,
pizza, if you had sandwiches, whatever you ate from there, please let us know because
Yeah.
I'd be really curious, just to hear your guys' opinion on whatever it is that you had from there.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to do that again. But we had to leave. So we headed out of San Diego and headed to Escondido and Stone. I don't think that facility is going to be there much longer. We've been there before, but we wanted to make another stop just because we don't know how long it's going to be owned by Stone still. Stone got bought out a couple times, right? They sold
at
to,
least.
yes, was it Sapporo that owned them? And then I think they just sold again to Duval Firestone Walker. And that facility, I mean, it is a pretty large money pit. So I have a feeling it's going to go to somebody else. So we wanted to hit that one more time and went inside. They actually did a tour that day and I was so tempted to do it, but I'm like, I've already done it before. We're just here real quick to have a couple beers. We ended up getting some garlic French fries that were really good, nice and crispy, fresh French fries. Yes, we just ate 30 miles ago, but hey, whatever.
Nobody's counting.
No. And I started with Fear.Movie.Lions, which was a double IPA, 8.5%, and never had it before, so I had to try it.
Like, oh, so I was itching, so I ordered a hazy. I was like, looking at the bartender, you got any more of that hazy back there?
The delicious hazy you got first.
Yes, I got the delicious hazy.
Yeah.
And we sat right at the bar. It was a 7.2%. And it was just amazing to watch like the bartenders behind the bar just pouring beers left and right. Like they were in it wasn't a huge area, but they were in such tune with one another that they were just like dancing around one another, pouring pint after pint after pint. So it was just almost amazing. Kind of like when you go to Dark Sky and you go and sit right there and watch them make pizza at, what is that, Pizzaletta?
Pizzaletta, yeah.
And it's just so fascinating to watch them, go through the process of getting the dough, not throwing the sauce on, but putting the sauce on, throwing the cheese, and then their toppings, they turn around, they throw it in the pizza oven, in and out. So you order a pizza and it's like, gosh, I think we sat there and timed it one time and it was like 35 seconds, 40 seconds or something. It was something ridiculous. And we were just like intrigued. So again, over at Stone, just watching everybody pouring beers and things like that, it was just like very entertaining.
Yeah. And it's a decent sized bar. It's like a U shape, but they're pouring beers for the rest of the dining room also. So yeah,
inside, outside.
Well, they have that other bar outside. Are they pouring inside for those too? Probably.
Probably.
So we had beer each inside, and then we went closed out there, and we're like, you know what? Let's go outside. It's a beautiful day out there. And the bar, oh my God, that's so neat. The bar outside is like that big giant stone slab that's we kind of sit on that end that was kind of like shaved off a little bit. It just made it look so much more real. It was like up to our chin kind of too, but
your chin over my head. So anytime I put my beer up, it was just like, I hope it doesn't come sliding back down
on the top shelf.
Yeah.
But we got some pretzel bites also while we were out there, and that was really good. Came with mustard and beer cheese. I feel like that's just standard beer cheese and mustard. You got to have with that. And just something to nibble on just as we're drinking our beer.
I'm really glad that we did make that move because everybody inside was so busy that we really didn't have time to talk with the bartenders. And then I don't think there was really anyone sitting near us anyhow, or there was anybody else sitting at the bar indoor because
it was just not around us for some reason. Did we smell it?
I was just about to say, but it may have been,
hey,
but I'm glad we took it outdo because we was indo.
Yeah.
And that was where it was at. There was another couple that was indoors that was at the bar, but towards the opposite end of where we were. So when we went outside, they had actually located out there before we did. So when we got out there, we're like, hey.
And then the bartender was...
he wasn't so busy. He was able to actually talk with us and had a good conversation. So it was nice. And we like when we're able to talk with our bartenders. And we understand, not all of them can. But if and when they can, we just really love that interaction because they know the place better than we do. And they can share information, recommend different types of beers. And it's just really cool to get to know your bartenders.
Yeah, and he was lived in Temecula, which was where we were headed. So it was, hey, have you been to this place? Have you been to this place? So we were like all talking about the different food places
Of course.
everywhere that we went. So that was really cool. And I think I got an Enjoy By series, and I had the Fruity Fresh IPA, which was just another double IPA at 9%. So, I mean, I kind of make this a theme, don't I? If it's not at least 9%, I'm usually like, eh.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
And I got another hazy.
Yeah, you just got their standard one, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a classic, and sometimes you got to go back and revisit, a classic stone hazy. And that one was, a little bit lower, as 6.7%. And I really enjoyed it, and I just really enjoyed, the company and the ambiance of sitting outside. The sun was going down, so that was nice. It was getting cooler outside, and just being able to talk with the people that were on the opposite or right near us down at the bar, and just having a conversation, just like a little triangle conversation.
Yeah, and the grounds are just beautiful there. Like it has all the gardens right there. Everything is so green, and it does not feel like you're anywhere but in the middle of nowhere, kind of just drinking beers. Which is kind of hard to believe because the facility is freaking amazing. I mean, it's huge.
Mm-hmm.
All the tanks. We've taken that tour and get to go back behind everything, and it's a large place. And where they do all their canning too, it's like during the tour they take you outside, they walk you across the street, and I just thought that was almost funny when you're all as a tour group and stuff, and the guy hits the button for the crosswalk. It's all, hang on a minute. But so I mean, it is like two large facilities, a canning facility in one, and bottling, I'm sure, and then the full brewery in the other, and that's really cool.
Well, and then talking with our bartender outside, actually, you had expressed, your love of the dark beers, the stouts, and it was really cool because remember he gave you a little pour, right?
Yeah. It was the only stout that they have, so it wasn't a barrel aged or anything, but yes, it was their Irish stout, I believe, that they had.
But I thought that was really neat. Like he wasn't, like, hey, you want a pint up? He just like straight up just poured it and was just like, here, try this.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really nice.
He poured 4 of them. So he gave one to you, me, and those other 2 people that were sitting next to us that we were talking to. So it's like, here you guys go.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, we don't try to talk to our bartenders to be like, hey, just trying to score a free drink. No, it's just like you build that, rapport, and you just share your love of beer with one another. And he was really nice, and he was just like, hey, here.
Yeah.
Try this out. And
have at it.
And of course, we always, whenever our bartenders take care of us, we always try to really take care of them as well, and tip them well.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he was super cool, but I obviously couldn't drink too much because we had another stop to make.
So we're going a lot further. And actually, for those of you that are watching, if you just saw me, I have a sneaky second beer here because I knew that one wasn't going to last, sharing a 12-ounce can. So I'm like, well, I'm going to bring another one just as to break it up a little. You do too.
That was a really big sip of stout. I was looking at your beer, so I was thinking I was drinking my
yep, she's got
beer.
another Miller Lite.
It's my next tattoo, I think.
Yeah.
Right here across the knuckles. Miller Lite. I'm just kidding.
I got the Hop Knot IPA. Just, that's just my sipper. Just my, hey, if I get thirsty and I need to grab something real quick, that's what I'm going to go to the fridge for.
But it's like you get to talking, I get to talking, and then I forget that I'm drinking a stout because I'm looking at your beer, thinking about my beer, and I just took like
Gulp.
2 good swigs of that stout, and I was like, woo.
Yeah, and you don't do that with barrel-aged stuff?
No.
What is this one sitting at? I actually didn't even read that. It's, oh, man. This is out of Connecticut, North Haven, Connecticut. It's a 13.4%.
That's why
Imperial
my
stout.
chest right now feels a little hot.
Yeah,
But
it's a little heavy.
I'm finding that, I need to be careful because I find I just get lost in our conversations and that all of a sudden I'm just like glug glug and I'm like, ooh, let's put that back down.
That's why I love you. Oh, man. So we headed back up, and after that beer festival, there was a barrel-aged stout that I got a taster of while we were out there from Solaris. And Solaris is in Murrieta, which is right next to Temecula. So I was like, well, it's kind of on our way. I'm like, we might as well just make a stop there. They had bottles for sale. So we ended up going there. We didn't spend a lot of time. They had like an event going on. So they had like 2 food trucks outside, a band playing, and all the band members were wearing masks. Ton of people. Looks like a lot of like their mug members probably, like inside, outside. So we're crammed into the little bit of the corner of the bar. I couldn't
Well,
even tell you what we had because it was just like so crowded. We just had the one beer. I got the one to go and we took off.
well, I think they were having some sort of like back to school event, or like there was definitely a raffle involved, because one of the ladies when I first walked in approached me. She was like, "Are you here for the beer?" Yes. She was like, "No, the raffle for something elementary," and that's all I could think was, is there going to be beer, like beers in that basket in this raffle? Like gift cards for Solaris?
Yeah, but a brewery? Hang on a minute.
Right. I was like, that's the way to do it. If you're going to like fundraise, get money, go to a brewery, go find a brewery that, is teacher friendly, that is, a lot of people are going to like go in there. Go. You're going to raise some money.
And make sure to invite us.
Right.
Yeah, so we went there and there was the stout. It was a collaboration. Actually, I have the bottle right here. It's called We Were Never the Same. It's a rye wine and stout blend for 2026, and it is in collaboration with Horace. And for those of you that know Horace, it's amazing brewery. They're really good at making some stouts. And so I tasted that at the event, the Salty Toast Beer Festival. So I had to get another bottle. So we drove all the way up to Murrieta to get it. I guess it was on the way, but we made that stop specifically to have that. So, all in all, it was a pretty good day. I think by the time we got there and left, it was pretty much dinner time at that point. So we were just meeting back up and doing regular life things after that.
So when we went out to a Mexican restaurant place.
Oh yeah, it's called Beer Tacos and Beer.
Great name. Sold right away.
And that was in the Temecula Promenade section, like their mall area.
And it was our son's birthday. So we let the waitress know, and it was cute because like they had signs and lights, and it had a very club-esque feel to it.
Yes, called Tacos and Beer. But yeah, we went to that restaurant for dinner and we shared that molcajete bowl, and that was really good. That was pretty solid.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that's really becoming my favorite, because you get a plethora of food.
That's the name of this episode is going to be Plethora.
San Diego has a plethora.
And the molcajete bowl had shrimps. It had carne asada, it had chicken, it had the nopal, it had other stuff, sauce in the middle of it. God, what else did it have? I don't know.
Chicharron. It had
chicharron in there too. Yeah.
I don't think it had rice, and it
had rice and beans on the side.
Yeah, so I'm more than positive it didn't have it inside of it.
Yeah,
which is great. And we actually had sauce with this one. That one was good. That one was really good.
The little pearl onions. Jalapeno inside there. Oh, it was so good.
That's key. I don't know what it is about that jalapeno that is just like, oh, that is so good. Like grilled, or like even at home. Instead of just like cooking it on the pan, I've started to kind of give it like a flash fry. So that way, if you put like any seasoning on it, it sticks to the oil and it coats the whole thing. It's so good.
So after a whole day of getting food and beer, we finished it by getting more food and beer.
Right. I think my heart hurts from that weekend.
Yeah. Oh, that was so good. And I think there's another place like right around the corner of it called Hamburgers and Beer. So they must own both of those places. I'm sure. It's not like somebody saw Tacos and Beer come up and be like, I'm going to make a burgers and beer.
I mean, if the Tacos and Beer place is doing well, then heck yeah, that would be smart. But you're right. I think they probably do own that place as well, because then what's smarter than being your own competition?
Yeah. That was so good though. That food was good. Our daughter got the birria tacos, and those were really good too.
Those were good.
Oh, okay.
Food.
Yeah. Oh, and it came with little fried pieces of cheese inside the molcajete also.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. That's right. That actually was a nice little surprise.
Yeah. And
I mean,
they had little tortillas, build your own tacos there.
but I feel like we're new to that, so we don't really know like everything that should go in it, like traditionally, other than what the carne asada, the shrimps, the
Chicken.
cactus, chicken, and oh, the chicharron.
Yeah, was it pork belly or was it like the actual meat part, or was it? No, it was actually the chicharron with the meat and the puffed up skin, huh? Yeah, that was good.
That's the way to my heart.
Yeah. But amazing day, and so thank you to all of those places. That was a very fun trip. So Ballast Point, Mona Lisa,
Stone.
Friendly Stone. Oh my God, the list goes on. Hilarious. Tacos and beer. If you guys can keep up with all that, I'm impressed. I barely did.
And I think that actually wraps up our San Diego trip as far as places go.
Yes, that specifically. That was a lot of fun places. Had a great time while we were there. And
met a lot of great people.
Oh yeah, and I mean beer festival. Come on,
great experiences.
But cheers, everybody.
And wraps up our San Diego trip, and we wrap up the show too.
Yeah, I was at the bottom there, so that's how it tells me. I'm like, that means we talked enough.
Yeah, this is looking like some old motor oil. Could use an oil change.
Oh, it does not change. Does not change like that. Oh man, I messed up. Does not taste like that at all. That is so good.
I'm telling you, it tastes like those fudge bars.
And it's kind of warmed up a little, so it's really opened up those flavors at the same time. But that was really good.
And by the way, if you guys are looking for this can or want to try it, the blended with lumber number 7. I actually got this can out at Manny's place out in Surprise.
Yes.
So if you want to find this and have it, go check out Manny's place.
Yeah.
Get it from there.
Or go to North Haven, Connecticut. You might be able to find it at that brewery also. Timber Ales. But that was good. But thanks you all for checking out the show. We appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe. Hit the button there in the corner there. If you're on Apple Podcast or any of your podcasts, please give us a 5-star review. It really goes a long way, and we appreciate it. So reach out to us. Instagram, Dedra's always on there. And love to hear from you. Cheers, everybody.
Bye.